Hey, defensive ends. So you got your skill sheet that we're going to ask you to be able to master. And I wanted to go through a couple of things on the whiteboard. Not necessarily the techniques we want you to get to master these skills, but the skills we want you to have. So as the defensive end, you're going to be lining up on the outside shoulder of the offensive tackle. And that offensive tackle is going to be who you are reading. That offensive tackle is going to give you your signs or your keys to which of these three skills we want you to do. First, if that offensive tackle comes out to block you, meaning trying to reach you, we want you to do something that's called setting the edge. This is your most important skill you're going to need to be able to do. Now, by setting the edge, I want you to imagine that there is a 90-degree right angle right outside of that tackle. And that tackle wants to beat you to the end of that angle. You have to beat him there and then hold that edge. By hold the edge, we mean you can't get pushed wide. You can't get pushed deep. You have to be a pillar there that the running back gets forced to run inside of. So when we set the edge, I want you to imagine this 45-degree angle, 90-degree angle that's creating an edge that you have to set. Now, if that offensive tackle doesn't come out to get you, you don't have to set the edge. Let's imagine that offensive tackle actually steps back and sets up in a pass block. At that point, we don't want you setting the edge. At that point, we want you rushing the passer. And that means using the techniques that coach will teach you. We are on a full speed sprint trying to get to the quarterback. Now, this is easier than it sounds. This sounds easier than it is. But when we say rushing the passer, it's important that you stay only as deep as the quarterback is. If you run farther upfield than the quarterback is positioned, you are going to open up a lane that the quarterback will run through. If you're too shallow, then the quarterback will just simply run around you. So as you pass rush, you must be the same level as the quarterback. Now, to make this decision a little bit easier, there's going to be times when the offense will be in an obvious passing down, and Coach Shane will do this on the sideline, and he'll get your attention. And that means you are rushing the passer. You don't have to even think. As soon as the ball is snapped, go and rush in on that passer. Now, the third thing that we need you to be able to do is if this offensive tackle does not try to reach block you, does not set up to pass, but rather blocks down, either on the tackle or up onto the linebacker, then you have to do something that's called a step down. And a step down means you step across as if you were setting the edge, but you're not going to, and then without turning your shoulders, this line represents your shoulders, you step down the line of scrimmage. Here's what's going to happen. The reason this tackle is blocking down is because somebody is coming out to block you. It could be a guard. It could be a running back. It could even be the center. But you need to be able to meet that person with your shoulder square to the line of scrimmage so that as the running back comes up and looks for this gap that you've now closed, that running back either gets tackled by you or the running back bounces to the outside where you've got run support coming up. Okay, let's take a look at three really good examples of defensive end play. I want you to watch the team in the gray, specifically watch this player. That's their defensive end. Off the snap of the ball, I want you to watch him set the edge against that tackle. Now, look at that technique. He stepped across, He's got both of his arms out wide. Now, the tackle has stepped down. And if you can see in the other circle, this one right up here, I've got a pulling guard who's coming to block him out. Now watch his technique against the pulling guard. See him step inside of it? Beautiful. Rewind that and look at it again. This is about the perfect way to play this. Doesn't come upfield, steps under the pulling guard, makes a great tackle. Now, we're going to watch the exact same player, except on this play, that tackle is going to try to reach and hook him, and he's going to maintain his edge, and he's going to string this play out to the sideline. Watch this. That's a great play. And finally, one more from this young man, number 92. Sets the edge. Please don't pay attention to this circle. I'm going to take it right out. Pay attention to this young man. See the technique he's got in? He's got his arm out wide. He's going to sit, and then he's going to recognize pass. And once he recognizes pass, he's on the go. And you can even see, look at how he flattens out his chase so that he's the same level as the quarterback. Watch. There. Do you see him leveling it out? That's a nice job. And then hustles down. Real nice job by number 92. That's the example I would like you to try to follow. Finally, with your tackles, we need you to finish all of these tackles and never, ever, ever get unnecessary roughness. Grabbing a face mask, pulling from behind, any of that silly stuff is just the result of you not having good technique.